Hello everyone and thank you for the invitation. Farhat Zahir is speaking. Today I will be the moderator with you as a member of Constructor team. Please allow me to introduce our team to you. What is Constructor team? We are an online platform consisting of intermediate and professional engineers aiming to raise efficiency in the construction market. And we are trying to solve existing market problems by finding new techniques and tools. Constructor is a leading platform concerning planning, cost control, and 3D, 4D BIM. The CEO and founder of Constructor team is Omar Habib. Omar Habib is a 4D planning and project control specialist who participated in more than 25 BIM projects with international prestigious companies. He is also certified in Revit, Navisworks, and Synchro Pro. As an instructor, he has trained more than 700 engineers in construction management and BIM. Now, Engineer Omar Habib will start the speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Farhat, for this introduction. Today, our main points, I'm going to talk about introduction for 4D planning and the advantage and benefits. Then I will go further for site and safety management. By the end of this lecture or session, we will talk about the challenges and the reporting using 4D planning. First of all, I would like to introduce 4D planning for those who never opened this field before. Construction industry is under constant pressure to increase the quality and the speed of its construction deliveries. Construction planning plays a virtual role in development construction industry. That's why we are trying to enhance and use more efficient tools like 4D BIM or 4D planning. In engineering construction and building construction schedules is prepared by visualizing 2D design in the past. They're trying to make something like layouts or some colored layouts to trying to deliver their main points. So in this part, I will introduce 4D planning in such a simple way. We all agreed that the first dimension will be the first three dimensions will be X and Y and Z. Here we will add the fourth dimension will be the cost, the time, then the fifth dimension will be the cost. So, before construction starts, planners can involve the visual aspects of 4D scheduling to make changes in the schedules, equipment and layout. They're trying to drive the direction of the work so the major operation and the safety issues are planned out. At this stage, workspace and modeling and dynamic clashes detection can be used like Synchro Pro or Navisworks tool. 4D models, as they get closer to do work and the constraints that will be dealing with became clearer. The process brings potential issues surface and come out to our surface and makes the entire team aware of the past and the potential future risk on the project. It has been allowed and come to our sky. The concept of digitalizing the construction has been come out for not a long time. It became sooner and sooner. Yeah, it's not uncommon to the model exact movement of the each piece of the equipment with high level of spatial coordination and information. In order for the practice to effect the 4D planning tool must be able to show when and where the equipment temporary works will be placed on the site and how will they affect the flow and the work or the project. It's preferred to use some smart tool like Synchro Pro, Navisworks to enhance your 4D planning workflow. So, how to make the 4D more meaningful for the project controls engineer and 4D planning engineer. So 4D BIM should be with your side when you are talking to project control engineer. As you do deeper into understanding building information modeling, you understand how to beyond the geographical analysis or even just modeling. BIM definition was meant to integrate building information into building models. The different dimensions of the BIM, exactly the type of information you need or you need to integrate with 3D model. So far, the industry has been adopted three different area of BIM dimensions has been established, like 3D and 4D. The other one, or the last one, 5D, has been became more easier in the future. All BIM dimensions had been added and well known, and we are familiar with 3D and 4D, 3D, 4D, and 5D. The next one, or the next stage in the future, or the near future, will be 6D, which was all about the facility management, and 5D represents the layer of the cost being added to the 3D model, and 6D represents the asset management, largely relevant to the complete phase of the project. To understand the 4D BIM concept is very useful and important to save a huge amount of cost. We will be go deeper and deeper through the next slide. The next slide we are going to talk about the benefits of 4D planning to know more and more about this new tool. First of all, how did 4D BIM added the necessary dimension of efficiency in construction? So to answer this question, we're trying to think a little bit, and we will come up with the right answer. The operation mechanism of 4D BIM is very simple. You take the 3D model and you develop it across the timeline. Yes, just as simple as it. This particular progress was essential for somehow some engineers of 4D project controls think that it might be more harder to do something like 4D planning in infrastructure development industry, because it was infamous for this efficiency or larger scale projects. The industry was not entirely responsible for this. The technology was learning, and before operational 4D BIM became in-stream, construction planning and project execution was somehow not planned as it should be. The construction manager and the project planner had to be had to work together more and more to get some small to achieve some small milestones in their project, or some well-known milestones in their projects, all day long for several weeks in a row. So if you want to understand the impact of 4D BIM in construction projects, you should get in touch with a firm which has been operated, which use 4D workflow, and without you're trying to compare between this workflow before using BIM and after and this workflow after using BIM. The first one, if you write your notes, you will be by simply adding another layer to data when you use a 4D. When you use a 4D, you will add the time layer of data to 3D model and the project. The 4D will collect the scheduled data and you will come up with several benefits to the project teams, while 5D BIM is concerned about cost and it's a stage which will go further for 6D BIM in the near future. We will use it as a facility management tool. So the next slide, I will show some advantage to use BIM or 4D BIM, and the next point will be how to what's 4D courses and how we work with such an amazing tool. So advantage and benefits from 4D planning. The concept of BIM information model is already used in AEC industry, especially in design and construction sector, for some time now. However, this time management sector is not aware about how to use, how to integrate between 4D and the construction industry. We all know that the 4D planning engineer or 4D know-how, and something that is not new, but to integrate this new tool on the integration between the construction management and the BIM, something became new, in the last few years new to this industry. First of all, our main advantage is the quality of the schedule and the time, moreover, time and cost. The next 2 points we will talk about site management and safety management. And last 2 points will be communication and procurement. So, what's your main points? What our main points we will discuss here? That how the 4D planning affects this 6 points that we will discuss the next slide. The first one, communication, became better coordination between professionals. What do you prefer, to take this CAD files in the top, or the second one? I need the audience to just write 1 or 2. What do you prefer? To use the CAD file like this to communicate with your team and the others and send them a PDF and write your comment on, or you have a 3D model and you add your information and this model. I just want the audience to write 1 or 2 for the first one option or the second option. That's great. Okay. Neither nor if you use the first option or the second option, I will come with the right answer in the end. So the visualization advantage that 4D planning provides makes it one of the most important tools in the terms of efficient communication among all project stakeholders. Possibilities of the real stages of the schedule improves the understanding of how time flow, minimizing misunderstanding. Furthermore, the different installation sequence can be easily simulated and created animation. Moreover, given the fact of the in only a picture paints and the thousands of words, as we all know that one picture is relative for thousands of words. 4D tool can enhance the decision making as it becomes easier to identify and evaluate the current situation in the projects. Moreover, coordination, it's also improved the visualization as a quite common and an AEC industry. Different terminology can be used, a common language. In my opinion, this is the most important, that we can use 4D BIM as a common language through models, and the picture may reduce this kind of disturbances in our owner and building using understand the project milestone and the project plans. Next slide. So, if we are talking about the site management, we also can use the, I will show in this, and by the end of this lecture, I will show some case study related to site management and safety management. Here I will go in a point to know how you use the 4D and this site management. So, just the challenging sector in this construction management. 4D let planners efficiently manage this area, more and more control the location of the large equipment, and the easier procurement or material will come to the site. You will know where you can put this material, and how this is the lifting area and the restaurant, and you know where you should put your material to avoid that you prevent any kind of equipment to go or to join this site. Moreover, the construction activities and the manager able to identify the critical space and the sequence of and the sequence requires for the activities. If you work in this section and you know that you need more and more materials, you will find that once you're working here and when you cannot store your material here, that's what we call site management more efficiency, and you know where the equipment, your main equipment or critical equipment should in and out, and you will pass through small and something called 3D site management tools that you will align the in and out of this site, and you will show where is the storage area and where the other side. So next slide. Okay. When we go to time and cost management, we will find more and more benefits from using 4D planning. As we see that in this report, or small report, that we know where is the crane will allocate and how, and at this moment of this project, we have been spent more than $50 million. That we should $15 million that we should allocate in the first of our project planning schedule stage. That we, if the 4D planning is successfully use this tool to provide to be valuable assessment in terms and of cost and time and cost, it will reduce the time spent in reworks. As we all know that the construction industry has hassle, like we do too much rework, and we don't know what's the time schedule, and we don't imagine how this time schedule should be used. While when we are progressing in our project, we find too many reworks. Like when we start in stage 1 in our project, we will find some drawing or IFC drawing don't receive yet, so we go to zone 2. So we make something like called out of sequence. So in this case, we will show our team how the project will go. I will extract a EV file or report like that, and I will tell him that we should go for this zone first of all, and second one like this. If we have a problem like this, we will have something called what if scenario. In 4D model, you can do more than 1,000 4D schedule in one click. If you have a schedule like this, you only put your what if scenario logic in the time schedule and click run, and you will find the 4D report come up with the more and more valuable information. So at this stage, when we are talking about procurement, so we should know when and how and what the activities will be affected with this procurement stage. The material required planning and management demand a clear time schedule in order to achieve successful material purchasing and tracking. Using 4D BIM model, that related task schedule and building elements are linked into to predict the date and when elements have to be on site. A part of planning ahead, that procurement method tracking the status of the several and the material by using additional parameters to eliminate how to explain to the purchasing team or procurement team associated with the design and procurement activities. As a result of this workflow, the impact of construction process will be huge and will be positive. We can predict which activity will be delayed, and can be visually identify the time and cost related to such a delay. So in this kind of chart, you know, purchase order for structure, masonry, material works. You can link this with the related activities here, and you know this point will be masonry work will be located here, and it's a time to order them. So you will order them as soon as possible to trying to not be delayed. Okay, next slide. So safety management, it's all about the main project. If you successful in the safety management, you will be successful in your entire project. Here in 4D planning, we also take in mind that the safety is one of the most important elements or aspects in our project. You should model and go through your project to make sure that your safety management has been applied as it should be. Human resources play a virtual role in our project. So a proper schedule, as it has been already mentioned, allowed for 4D simulation to influence the special constraint for people and protect them from possible accident. So to prevent them from any accident it may happen to them, you should have a 3D model for your project. You should imagine how this equipment will go through your project, like this equipment, how this kind of equipment will be accessed from here and join this way. And you should put this safety science here to remember your team that the first is a safety always comes first. The project requires safety meeting with all trades for each phase 3 weeks before you start your main project, to know and to allocate to determine how the safety will affect your entire project. If it will happen any accident, it will affect the whole project in the next stages. During the meeting, they review the activity hazard, the analysis, which called AHA. They work through the sequence to identify any hazard in the environment or the job procedures. When they find any kind of hazard that will affect your project, you should make some mitigation plan or safety to save your team and your people in this project. So any identified hazard is mitigated by eliminating the process, isolating the process to eliminate or minimize the hazard, providing the guard or control devices to eliminate or minimize the hazard as we can, or providing personal protective equipment, PPE, and enforce it used to eliminate the possibility in this project of any injury. Okay, next step. Okay, here we all search for. Most of our construction industry don't look for only construction sequence. They are concerned about the quality of the schedule. So how 4D planning affects the quality of the schedules? Here I'm talking about the knowledge only. I will talk later about that tool that, as you all know, that we have many tools to make sure or to review the time schedule. As the most common rules was DCMA 14 point, which discuss the major point about the quality of the schedule. In Synchro Pro software, you can, with one click, after you finish your time schedule on Primavera, Microsoft Project, any software scheduling tool. So once you finish this schedule, you import to Synchro Pro and then check this schedule by one click. You will find where is the problem in your schedule. Of course, once you have a 4D planning visualization like this, we will know how to, where is the problem. You will detect that with your eye. The other which will you find with your eye, you will find it with any review tool. Moreover, 4D planning enhances the overall quality of the project schedule, which the schedule consists of more and more thousands of activities. Their relation and construction sequence is not always well planned. And we all prefer, when I asked in the first slide, and we'll prefer to show or to see something in 3D view. We don't prefer to see something like 2D CAD to coordinate with each other, with something more time consuming, and it's more difficult for most of engineers. So when we have a thousand of activities and show this picture, this picture was about the time schedule, we will know that and this project has been should at this time should be finished more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in progress in the 6th one. That you get this idea only in 3 or 4 seconds. The relevant method for this, you will go to Primavera schedule and you will read more than 1,000 activities with the thousands of relations. You will get the main information, but you will consume more and more time in this point. So project development became a low-risk game. That's all we trying to achieve in all our projects. One of the biggest issue in construction management is handling on-site experience. When budget for a project is one of the most important and concentrated overhead, it's not taken care of it can affect the productivity and the ROI of this investment made. Do you know that when you make your project in a low risk game, you will increase your revenue or profit in this project. The more you control the 4D, the more you control your site, the more benefits you will come with. So, 4D BIM created a lab of experience for all planners and designers, engineers. Instead of taking the plan in AutoSite and depending on the site progress, before we start our project, we can do more than 100 of trials. We will see all what-if scenario methods. Once we know that before we start our project, once our 3D modeling has been finished, then we go the next stage for the linking. And the schedule almost will be done. We will go to the next stage to link our 3D model with the time schedule. So we will know where is the problem exactly, where is the busy area of the site, and we're trying to allocate the resource and use any method like leveling, smoothing. We're trying to make the site more productive as much as we can. So in this slide, we show that the 3D the BIM engineers also go further to make clash detection and get the problem before it happens. So he trying to achieve low rank of reworks and low risk game. So moreover we can come up with from 4D planning. We can avoiding out of sequence activities. We can increase virtual. We can increase the virtual imagination of the project for all our teams. Moreover, we can deliver what the client wants because we all see the same picture. We all see the same project. The picture is. And it's relevant for 1,000 words. So once you come with some picture to as a report, you will find that you establish a continuous improvement and reduce the cost and the time. Reduce the reduction of cost of the time. It will be one of the major important benefits from 4D planning. So moreover, something I prefer to call about 4D planning, that we do the right thing at the first time. We trying to achieve zero reworks as much as we can. We cannot, of course, do something like this, but we trying. Once you see your project, once you imagine your sequence and how to do this project from A to Z before the operation has been started, you will find the problem and you're trying to provide more and more solution for any expected problems they might be faced. So we have been finished the advantage of and the benefits of 4D planning. So I will go to the 4D planning tool. which do you prefer? I would like to ask the audience which one of these 6 softwares you prefer the most. Kindly write in the chat section. Could you please recommend one of these softwares? Okay. I'm waiting 10 seconds until the other will write. Okay. So let's continue now. I'm just asked about this question, so to know which are the most most known most known software or 4D software for all. I will never prefer one of this. Sorry, I will never prefer one of this software to our users. But I'm just asking to know. Sorry, know which one of these softwares are more are known has been known for the audience. Okay, I will give you how to use. Most of our audience has been right Navisworks and Synchro. Really, there are the most common 4D softwares. But Asta Powerproject and Founder and BEXEL Manager and Vico Office, they have also their strength point and this and the needed job to do. Like Vico Office is one of the most important softwares in 5D BIM. It has handled the cost management very well. More Founder have more animation tool, and it trying to simulate the project as it should be. I will not prefer anyone because I'm already an instructor for most of this softwares, but I will give you how to select your how to select the 4D tool which works very good for you. So I will ask about 10 questions, and you will answer. It depends on your answer. If you answer yes or no, or yes, you need this point, so you will select one of this software if you know this the all. So you should ask yourself, can you import all your design file type and and if there is any size limit for your project? If you can import all your data from your 3D model, this 4D tool will be perfect for you. The next question, does the 4D software has the full schedule capabilities? Could you use this software as a scheduling tool? If you trying to be a 4D planning engineer, you are your perspective will be as a project control engineer. You're trying to search for the cost and the time and the resources. This is what we should work on. So first question was, could you import all your data from the 3D model in your 4D tool? Does the 4D software have the full schedule capabilities? Does the 4D, the next question might be, does the 4D software offer dynamic clash detection to space and time? If yes, if you know, now we compare between, I think, Navisworks and Synchro that all the other ones is not familiar with. So if your answer is yes, choose the important or the perfect software for you. Can you track the progress in this 4D model if you use any kind of 4D tool? If you can track your progress in the 4D model, so it's perfect for you. So then we have two questions in my mind. So, how will you be supported if you buy this software? If you are one of the priorities of this company, it will be affect your choose. Can you track the progress in 4D model? It's one of the most important questions. The other one, can you track the cost and the earned value of your project? Can you track the resources utilization? This the question would come mind now. So if your answer is yes in a specific software, please work with this software. Is your answer not? Please try to think about the other one. This is the name of the most important, the most well-known 4D tools. Try to search about their name and find their capabilities. If you need my advice, please connect me in LinkedIn. I will give you more advice. So at this point, we have been finished the first milestone and the second one. The first milestone was what's the benefits from 4D planning. The next one is a 4D planning tool. The third one will be how the 4D planning report will look like. So let's start with Navisworks report. As you see, here we have the sequence of this project. The activity sequence has been explained, and on top of this video, we will show the time and the cost if we want to. This is a kind of 4D reports which delivered with Navisworks. The next slide, I will show you how the Synchro Pro will come up with this 4D reports. So this is our main project today using Synchro Pro. We will come up with construction schedule simulations. Here we know this at this point that we have been finished 3 or 4 floors, and we assist something like the construction site management, and we know where the equipment will be positioned. We have the same point here. So I'm trying to play this video to illustrate more and more about the capabilities of Synchro Pro and how you deliver your 4D planning reports. This is the site layout you can use with your team to discuss with. In the first stage of this video, they will show the site management and the safety signs, how the storage area has been located before they start their execution part. This is the mobilization and safety always first. This is a shot for the mobilization and the site management. Then the excavator has been arrived and will start the excavation part. As you see, the green has been referred to concrete pouring. Formwork orange, internal finishing work will be shown in the red color. The external finishing work will be in the sky color. So in this bottom line, we will show the WBS and the concrete skeleton works has been in progress. And as you see, the project divided into 2 main sides. Once he finished the first side, and we will go to the second one, and the internal finished work has been started. We will go to the next side to show the external finishes works once it has been started. The main camera will go to the other side. So the main camera has been changed to show us where is the main the main activity has been in progress. Here we are working on external finishes, external finishing works. So we have been finished external finishing works. Then we will go to landscape stage. Then we will finish our main project. What do you think if you have such 4D planning tool to make or document your project? You have week by week the main session, the main progress, and you have the session what you should do, and when you know that this point. I will pause here. You know this, and you should put this equipment here, so you will never put anything here to prevent them to access the site. Then what's your opinion if you have such amazing tool to document your project? If you have a delay analysis, it will be very useful for this, because once you have any problem, you have a report weekly and bi-weekly. You know what has been done in this site, so you can use this project or this reports, a weekly report, 4D report, to document and to support your 4D analysis. So once you go to in this slide, I will going to talk about planned schedule versus actual progress. So here we have in the right side the actual progress, and the left side we have the baseline. As we see that the excavator should be arrived and the site management, the site facility should be done. Here is not, which is in green, it's not finished yet, and he just finished two excavation area, and the others not finished yet. If you have week by week construction reports like this, you know what your site look like weekly. After a year ago, one year later, you will find your steps. It might be look like baby steps in the first, but you will show your steps of the or your step by step. Your project will be clear for you, and you will get your lesson learned from this project. The upper screen here, something like rendered photos. So I will show more just a screen, a picture for 4D reports. Here, our client was referred to see the start and finish, or he wants to see the Primavera here, and the progress has been delivered weekly. So we send just a piece for this, for our project, that we have finished the foundation and the ground floor, and we are working on the columns. This is the other, this come out from the Navisworks. We use just a screenshot to support our weekly report. Is this the project we are talking about before? Here, one of the most important point in our 4D planning, that we can, in using Synchro Pro, that we can show our cash flow. We can show our real workflow, our real cost breakdown structure through our 4D modeling. Here, you know, after 6 weeks, you will spend something like $5 million. Here, you will find after about 20 weeks, you will spend $9. So it attached with your 4D modeling, one of the most powerful tool and powerful area in our Synchro Pro, sorry, in our Synchro Pro software, that you can show your S-curve or cash flow with your 4D simulation. So this is my amazing and my which I want to publish here in such amazing respectful conference, that we have delivered to something called 5D dashboard. 5D dashboard, it's a really amazing tool to know some statistic about your project, how budget total cost will be, and the budget labor units. By trade here, you will know how many units you will work with in every work type. Here, in such a report has been linked with a Synchro Pro database. And here, this report we use Revit, Autodesk Revit, and we use Primavera for the time schedule, and we link the 4D and 5D with Synchro Pro, and we go for reporting with Power BI. All are automated. Once we put the update in the Primavera, all this dashboard will calculate the output. Once you just click on the building, and you will get the statistic here. If you click on this building, you will get the statistic here related to this point, this building, and to this main picture will filter. Assume this building A20. You will find it will filter on this building, and you will get this statistic here about this building only, and this statistic will be about this building only. You will have this report for your, it may use for many projects. You will use this tab, relevant the project name. As you will write here the first project name, and the second project name, and third project name, which we call portfolio management. So you will click on the project, and you will go to the project. You will go deep in the project information, and you'll get something automated 5D dashboard like this. It's one of the most important tools in the 5D field. So the other amazing tools which I'm using in my work, that we use VR to, next slide, okay. We use a VR to report our progress in this project. So we have something like a ground floor, slab grade, foundation. We will filter on which one we need. So this man who has the camera will go through, and you will find the progress of this project. We use a VR project to report our progress inside. It has been worked automatic. Once you copy and paste your Primavera schedule progress, you will paste your data in the Excel sheet, and it will be run automatic, and you will inside your VR gear, you will go through the progress, and you will find how the project looked like. Here's another snapshot from the project. Once you use the main tool for the VR, and here we have been here we are finished our today presentation. I will be very happy if there is any question, please tell me.
So here we go. The first question comes from Aniket Kamble, if I'm pronouncing it correct. He's asking if we should use Primavera plus Synchro.
Yes, yes, for sure. You can go with Primavera with Synchro Pro. I can advise with the workflow. If you know Primavera very well, you will go to. I will show you how to do this right now. Please wait a second. Okay, if you see my presentation right now, okay. So from your presentation, from your planning of Primavera, you go to File and select Export as XML file. Then go to I don't have the screenshot here. Okay, I will tell you the steps right now. Please write after me. So you will go to Primavera, and you will select export as XML file. Then you will go to Synchro Pro and select import tab, and then you click on Primavera. You will find import XML file. Then select your XML file and just import. It will be work perfectly. If you didn't know how it will work, please ask me again. I will show you the step if you didn't get what I say. So go to the next question.
Bello is asking, please, can Microsoft Project work with any of the 4D software?
Yes, the same point. Yeah, if you are asking about the Microsoft project, yes, the same. So I will share with my Synchro Pro projects. Please wait a second, because we have two questions in the and we have one answer. So I will show this screen. Okay. Do you see my Synchro Pro project? Please write yes or no if you see. Okay. For the first question, if you know Primavera very well, you only go to File and Export File as XML file. Select Export as XML file. Then you will go to your Synchro Pro. Then you go to Import. Next step, you will find here File. You select File, then Import. Then Primavera B6. And you will browse for your XML file here from this point. Browse and just select your XML file which has been exported from the Primavera file. I might find one here. No, this VR project. Okay. If you have XML file, just click on it and then go to this point. Next, and just work. It will work like this, straightforward. No problem at this point. It's clear for you? Okay, I will go to the next question, which ask about the Microsoft project. You hear me? Okay. The next one will be. Okay, I will close this section. Okay. The next question will be like voice. Next one who ask about the Microsoft project. The same steps. You go to import, then select Microsoft project XML, then browse for your file. Then next, click on next. If you have any, I didn't have any file right now. Just select it and then next. It will be work very well.
One more question from Mr. Muqtadi. Thanks for the presentation, Omar. In what format we should import design drawings to Synchro? Should it be CAD or would it accept PDF?
Wow, what an important question here from, thank you for your important question. So Muqtadi, Mr. Muqtadi, you only go to just click on File, Import, and then select 3D. Here, in this section, you will find your answer. If you are working with CAD file, okay, just do you see this? Wait a second, I will minimize this one. Okay. From here, the bottom, you should click on or importable file. You will find all extensions that you are search for. The most one, if you are using Revit, you will use FBX or DXF. If you're using Bentley, you will use iModel, which its extension will be IDGM. The other one, if you use SketchUp, it will be .skv and so on. You only go to import 3D and search for importable file DWG.
One more question from Aniket Campbell, if I'm pronouncing correctly. Will it be difficult to connect the P6 schedule with Revit 3D model in Synchro? Please, can you explain it with a workflow?
Yes, it's not very difficult. Actually, it's very smooth here in Navisworks, and here in Synchro Pro, it's very smooth here. Once you will find the workflow right now, please write my steps. I will write it in the baby steps. If you need also, I will write the main. I will recommend the main steps for Synchro Pro for the Navisworks works. If anyone wants the workflow for deep planning with Navisworks, please write in the chat area. I will explain the workflow with Synchro Pro. So we will start with click on file. The next one, you will import. You will click import twice. The first one, click, you will use Primavera. Click on Primavera and import your Primavera as explained later, previous. So the next one, you will find 3D and you will click on 3D here. It will come up with such a screen and select your 3D from your desktop. Then you will find next. Once you, if you have any problem, you will find that Synchro Pro convert the 3D model from 3D to resources. That's fine. Just still click on next, no problem. You will import your 3D schedule like this. If it's clear, please write it's clear for you. If not clear, I will import some important project for you. Then you do the same for the Primavera and the 3D model. And the last step, you will link them together. I will go to construction WBS. So if I find something like PC foundation, okay, I will just select. We'll go through it. Okay. If you have, if I have all has been, if you have this kind of project has been aligned together, so I will only select the assigned task from here, and I will you only choose the 3D model from here, from this site, and you should choose this columns. I will only. Okay, and then you have three methods I will explain right now. The first one, you should click on this element. The first one, you should click on the schedule and the task or activity and select assign to selected resource. And the next way, you may click on this object and select assign to selected task. You have two options. The fastest way to link the 3D model with the task, you just click Control Shift and A to link this in the fast way. This is for traditional method. If you are advanced in this Synchro Pro, you may use some activity code or Dynamo script or Python to do this step more and more faster.
Another question from Abdullah. Thank you so much, Engineer Omar, for your effort. It could be a general question, but I want to know how to be a good 4D planner. what's the main softwares that I should know or learn?
So, as mentioned previously, there is no preferable 4D land software. I will open this slide and I will tell you what is the main, what is the main, the important point on every software. So, if you are searching for a scheduling tool plus scheduling tool, full scheduling tool like Primavera, and you are trying to, if you are working like a project control engineer or a planning engineer, and your perspective is to control the site from the cost and time perspective, I think you should use Synchro Pro or BEXEL Manager or Asta Powerproject. It will be in the top level, and will be in the next level would be Vico Office or Fuser. I put them in the next level because it's not easy to get the software, not because it's not an effective tool, but in my opinion, there are the best: Synchro Pro and Asta Powerproject and BEXEL Manager. If your perspective is a BIM engineer and you are searching for the four capabilities for as a BIM engineer, the first one will be the Navisworks and BEXEL Manager. It will be works very well for you. Moreover, as most of you know, that Synchro Pro has been a very strong dynamic flash detection, but I still prefer Navisworks at this point. If your perspective is a design engineer, BIM engineer who looking for the clashes and the project progress, I will recommend for you Navisworks. If you're working as a project control engineer and you're searching for such amazing tool to work with, I will recommend for you Synchro, Asta Powerproject, and BEXEL Manager. For sure, I will write my mail to all our audience. If you need any data, please tell me. Okay, next question.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
So, as we are already done with the last question, we would like to announce the aging of the webinar of today. We would like to thank you, everyone who attended today. We would like to thank the hosts of the event, BIM Africa, for inviting us to participate in the BIM talks. Thank you everyone for attending. Thank you BIM Africa for the invitation. Thank you Engineer Omar Habib for the very informative lecture. If anyone have any further question, the email is already written for Engineer Omar Habib. Thank you everyone, and see you in another summit.
Thank you all, and thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in subsequent sessions. And we'd also like to appreciate our sponsors, Oracle Construction and Engineering. They are actually the producer of the Primavera. Thank you all, and see you next time.